Assessment 3, Risk Analysis. Copeland's is a bakery operating mainly in the South Island. It sends food from its factories to the Copeland's shop franchises.
I will be talking about the steps of plan to treat or modify each of these 4 risks. There are 3 steps to managing risks. 1. Identify the risk. 2. Analyze the significance of the risk and what impact will it have and how likely is it to happen. 3. Plan to reduce the risk and damages from the risk as much as possible. The 4 examples I'll be talking about in this video are cyber attack, snow days, stealing in the workplace, and a sick team member. Cyber attacks. The 2 most common cyber attacks for a business like Copeland's would be ransomware, which withholds the information or website from you until the ransom money is paid. The other common cyber attack is malware, which is a bug or virus that is put into your computer system. Cyber attacks are most commonly introduced to a system through email attachments or by visiting corrupt websites. Matters regularly. Make sure all staff members are educated on the matter. Your staff members being educated about cyber attacks is the first line of defense. Risk number 2, snow days. A significant snow day occurs when it snows heavily enough to impact people's ability to travel. Likelihood. The Christchurch plant is likely to be heavily snowed on approximately every 1 to 2 years. This means the likelihood of risk occurring is medium. Impact is medium. A snow day will result in manufacturing to slow down for a day. Not all staff members will be able to get to work. Delivery trucks coming and going might not be able to reach the factory or stores. This may cause the backlog in outgoing and incoming orders. One snow day could affect the business productivity and sales for 3 days. Depending on Copeland's employment contracts, they could have to pay a day's wages without receiving work from their workers. That's a bad financial setback. All contracts should be checked each year for snow days. Overall ranking is low. To reduce the risk of damage from snow day, they can check the weather daily in wintertime. To minimize the risk to an acceptable level, they could have extra supplies stored at the factory in winter so product can still be made, and have a money buffer to cope with any financial loss, as well as business interruption insurance. Employees stealing from the workplace. Employees can steal time, supplies, and company information from the workplace. They are placed in a position of trust within the workplace and have access to vulnerable assets of the company. Likelihood is high. Workers have many opportunities to steal from the stores and factories. Impact is low. Workplace stealing results in money loss and there are things needing to be put down on the accounts as a loss. However, staff members are unlikely to successfully steal large amounts from work. It is easier to steal smaller individual things as compared to large amounts of money. It is unlikely that an employee would conduct a large-scale fraud against the company. Team member is sick. People tend to get sick during the winter or when they are run down. It is an inevitable part of doing business. The Copeland's company must prepare for the employees to take some sick days. Likelihood is high. Impact is low. The impact of a sick team member at Copeland's with a manual job will be other team members having to pick up the slack. The impact of the office worker will be having to do the work from home on the computer and making phone calls instead of seeing people. The impact on Copeland's would be stressed staff members who are working harder to keep the production working. If they can't make up the loss, then it will be a small loss in sales. Food hygiene could have an impact if there is any illness like staphylococcus in staff members, as it can live in the dairy products like whipped cream or custard that they sell. Overall ranking, medium. To reduce the risk and damages caused, make staff members on sick leave get a medical certificate from a doctor and encourage them to stay home until they are well to prevent sickness spreading amongst other staff members. How risk management plans and pestle analysis are linked. A risk is an uncertain event that, if it occurs, affects the business outside of normal process. Pestle is a tool to influence business decisions and of what's going on in normal times, whereas risk analysis allows the business to be aware of risks and prepared for them. Large business decisions are generally not made due to risk management, depending on the size of the risk. Risk management is linked into the internal challenges with smaller issues like sickness in the workplace and staff member stealing. It is also linked to larger external challenges such as cyber attacks. Pestle looks at current problems. Together, these help build a clear picture of Copeland's internal and external issues dealing with current and future possible events.